Cowboys claiming it's their year. Cowboys rookie O-line calling out Jalen Carter? Hurts, can he be even better than he was last year, starting with that Super Bowl MVP run? What NFC team is closing the gap with the Eagles? That is going to be interesting to listen to. Is the Chiefs dynasty crumbling before our eyes? Well, I got the coldest panel in the game. You already know what to do. Cue the music. Welcome to the Skybox, where we give our epic perspective in the imperfect sports world. Now let me introduce you to the coldest panel in the game. What it do, Daryl? What it do?
What up? What's cracking?
You already know. We don't have Coach Twilight or Mamba. They'll be back with us soon. But just always remember, you got to know that we're at 388 subscribers. You already know what the little goal is. The little goal is 400 subscribers. But you know what the main thing is? You know the main thing. The main thing is 1,000 subscribers. Now, if you like the Philadelphia content with a little bit of entertainment and that NFL content, you already know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button because it's only $3.99. Let's get right into it. It looks like someone wants to smoke early. You mentioned him earlier in the earlier episodes of the Skybox. Coach did. There's a certain rookie O-lineman said that he can't wait to go against Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter, who is not ranked number 3 at D-tackle. The only ones that are right above him would be literally only Dexter Lawrence, and you know who that beast out there is, NKC. Daryl, are you excited to see your rookie want the smoke, or should he just chill out and not say a word?
Well, if you're thinking of the same rookie and speaking of the same rookie I'm talking about, if I'm correct, the last sack that he gave up in college was to Jalen Carter. So of course they have a long-standing rivalry. Their rivalry was big to him in college because obviously he got his weight up since then. Obviously Jalen Carter's got better since then. So I mean, I wouldn't want an O lineman that doesn't want the smoke with any single D lineman. You know what I mean? We have a legacy of great O linemen, from the great Larry Allen to the great Zach Martin. So you know what I mean? Along with a long list of others. So he got some big shoes to fill, but I'm glad he's wanting the smoke. You know what I mean? We're gonna see him twice in a year, so we gonna see what happens.
So do you think the Cowboys O-line can really contain Jalen Carter this upcoming season?
I think as far as like somebody getting contained, that's a O-line as a whole, and that's something to be seen. You know what I mean? We're moving beyond the Zach Martin, Tyron Smith era, so we have dudes that haven't been proven to that extreme level, and a level to compete with Jalen Carter, such as like a Lane Johnson or somebody along those lines. So, you know what I mean? Only time will tell, but you know what I mean? I think we're up for it. I think we're pretty well versed in I wouldn't say great O lines, but probably top 5 to top 10 O lines. We're pretty consistent.
Yeah, you guys are all right, but I don't know. With Jalen Carter, he could feast on that rookie, and don't forget about we got an in shape Jordan Davis. We got the rookie coming up, the Vanilla Gorilla. God damn, the Philly D-line is built to ruin days and nights. I want you guys to tell me what you guys think. What do you think? Do you think that the rookie should get the smoke? Does he want the smoke? I want you guys to comment below. Next. I want to sit back. I want to talk about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is looking locked in minicamp. Last time we seen him play, he was the Super Bowl MVP, baby. I want you to put your hate aside, Daryl. Do you think Jalen Hurts could even be better than he was last season?
See, I think it's funny. People call facts hate. People call it hate when you say 2,903 yards passing. People call it hate when you say 18 passing touchdowns. This isn't hate. These are just statistical facts that I'm just speaking. Will he throw more than 18 touchdowns and get over 3,000 yards? I mean, I hope so. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts, just kind of more worried about the same things that every other team that played the Eagles was worried about last year. Saquon Barkley, the potential MVP, and the #1 total defense. The only thing that wasn't top 3 on that team last year was Jalen Hurts, and that's a fact.
I think as long as Jalen Hurts stays sharper and him and the offense stay healthy, I'm going to tell you, they better watch out. Better watch out. Because I really feel that Jalen Hurts is now in a system that he's going to start getting comfortable in, and going to be problems. Go ahead, Daryl.
Don't you think that the Eagles are going to do the exact same thing they did last year? So, which is going to limit Jalen Hurts?
No, I think they're going to mix it up a little bit. I think it's going to be a little bit more pass because everybody is going to be focusing more on Saquon Barkley. That's what I think is going to make it a little bit different this year. And I think Jalen is a little more comfortable to the point now. I even think it's going to be more, you're going to see a little bit more of Jahad Dotson in this thing now because he might be about the 6th option. But as Jalen's getting more comfortable in this option, in this offense, I really think that he can be able to get down to that 6th option and being like, oh, I'm that comfortable where I can go down, right down the line and do what I need to do. That's what I think. I want you guys to tell me what you guys think. When it comes down to Jalen Hurts, is he even going to be better than he was last year? As you already know what he produced last year. Super Bowl championship as a Super Bowl MVP. I want you guys to comment below. I want to take a quick break. now. If you like that Philadelphia Eagles content, if you like NFL content, if you like that little bit of entertainment with the coldest man to win the game, I want you to hit that like and subscribe button. Again, every comment that you make, I, or one of the players that's the coldest players in the game, will be commenting on every video on YouTube. All I want you to do, just comment below. Who do you think is going to win the NFC this year? I want you guys to comment and tell me who do you think is going to win it in NFC. Is it going to be the Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Cowboys, could be the Washington Commanders, or the New York Giants? I want you guys to comment below. All right, Daryl, real talk. Which NFC team has actually closed the gap with the Philadelphia Eagles?
I mean, I think there's 2 teams I could give y'all a little bit of run for your money. It was the, you know what I mean? I'd definitely give it up. The last 2 teams were actually the last, 2 times that the Eagles really had a really, really good game or a bad L. The really good game was against the Rams. You know what I mean? If they add to that defense, I think adding Devontae Adams as the wide receiver 2 is big for them. I think Matthew Stafford is a way better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? I think they got a new running back over there with the Bull, Kyron Williams. So You know what I mean? Two running backs are better than one, or an old second back in A.J. Dillon. And I also think that the Bucks could get y'all. The Bucks is the last one to spank that ass. You know what I mean? Oh, this happened. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown weren't in. It's funny that as a Cowboys fan, when we were 7-9, I couldn't say, well, Micah didn't play for 5 games and Dak didn't play for 8. No one cares about that. Last team to smack y'all Bucks, and the last team that should have beat y'all in the playoffs, the Rams.
Bucks and Rams. I still say that the Eagles are the most well-balanced roster in the NFC and probably in the NFL. Guys, I want you guys to tell me, who do you guys think has closed the gap with the Eagles? He says, all right, I mean, I'm not going to go too bad. That's not too bad. But he says the Rams and the Bucks. Well, guys, I want you guys to comment below. But, well, out there in big old Dallas, Cowboys still talking big talk. But it's been about 30 years, Daryl. 30 years. And you guys are still talking. What do you say?
I mean, I say that I grew up in the 90s when if you said the Warriors were going to be a dynasty, people would have laughed at you straight in the face. More the later 90s than the Run CMC. I lived at a time where in the early 90s, if you said that the Spurs were going to be a dynasty in the 2000s, they would have laughed at you too. You know what I mean? If you would have said none but 10 years ago that the Chiefs were going to be a dynasty, people would have laughed at you. And if you would have said 20 years ago the Eagles would have a chance to be a dynasty, people would have laughed at you. No one believes it until they see it. So, you know what I mean? I got to see it.
Got to see it. Got to see it. Well, if you're not seeing it, you're starting to live it right now. You're starting to live it because we have a shot to getting back-to-back coming this upcoming season. So what do you guys think right now? The Cowboys keep on talking. They just keep on talking. It's been about 30 years. I want you guys to comment below. Talk to them, Eagles fan. You already know. Lastly, the Chiefs. We got Kelsey aging. We got Chiefs losing weapons. Pat Mahomes looking human. Sometimes. Daryl, is this dynasty starting to slip?
You know what's funny to me is like when people talk football, they always talk about it with blanket statements and no context. The context of everything is Patrick Mahomes lost his number 1 and number 2 running back last year. Made it to the Super Bowl. Lost his number 1 and number 2 wide receiver last year. Picked up DeAndre Hopkins. Still made it to the Super Bowl. What is going? This dude's about to have a number 1, a number 2 receiver back that he didn't have last year, a number 1 and a number 2 running back they didn't have last year, and they thought they were falling off last year. Ended up losing what? 1 game? 1 game to the team that ended up having the MVP that they ended up beating in the playoffs? Oh man, yeah, I get it though. I get it. People want to do it with Brady. They want to do it with Mike. You just want to see greatness leave, but then when it's gone, you miss it. So just bask in the moment because Brady, he's coming.
Bask in the moment. Daryl does not think they're slipping. He does not think they're slipping. I think if they don't win anything, if they don't win it this year, they're starting to slip. Especially with the young Eagle defense. They hit on all cylinders. The offense goes to that next level. This year could end up being in the Super Bowl, Eagles versus ...
Oh my God.
Lots to chew this week. Lots to chew this week.
Yes, man.
Daryl.
You became one, man. You became one.
Yeah. Lots to chew this week. Lots to chew this week. We already know Daryl, Cowboy fan. You already know Michael C., Eagles fan. NFL can't get here quick enough. Don't forget to drop a comment. Does the QB1 outdo his Super Bowl MVP run? Does the Cowboys rookie make a mistake by calling out Jalen Carter? And the Chiefs dynasty, is it on its way out? We have had a lot to talk about, but if you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, email us at the number one skybox at gmail.com. It's your boy, Daryl T. It's me, Michael C., the source of life, over the mic. Coach Twilight and Mama will be back later. But I'm going to leave you with these few words. Now let's make it. You already know what I'm about to say.
No birds. Man. Wait, let's see if Jalen Hurts can go without number one and number twos and wide receiver and running back. See what the Eagles would look like.
Let's make this happen. If you like this episode, just see what Swag Goo said, that Jalen Hurts was not in the top 10 in the NFL.